For a while now, conservatives, right-wingers on social media have been doing hashtag release the memo. At first when I saw it, I thought, wow, is this a classified memo they have from the FBI or any kind of information they have from intelligence officials about what Donald Trump did or did not do? They want it released, so I imagine it's good news for Trump. So I was curious about it. Well, turns out no. It does have some classified information according to the FBI, but it doesn't come from the FBI. It's a memo written by Republicans. And they want it released because they think that that proves that they are right, because other Republicans wrote a memo saying they don't like the Justice Department investigating Donald Trump. That does not appear to be persuasive evidence, but let's dive into the details, find out more. We'll go to the New York Times here. They explain a secret, highly contentious Republican memo reveals that Deputy Attorney General Rod J. Rosenstein approved an application to extend surveillance of a former Trump campaign associate shortly after taking office last spring, according to 3 people familiar with it. I suppose this is the aha moment for right-wingers. They're like, aha! So he investigated someone connected to Donald Trump. Yes, he apparently extended that investigation. And you see, for that to be interesting, you then have to follow it up with, and he shouldn't have because it was wrong, because that guy didn't do it, and here's the rest of the information. But they don't have that. They're just like, aha, he asked for an investigation. That's kind of his job as Deputy Attorney General. This is your big aha. These guys are unreal. All right, more details. The renewal shows that the Justice Department, under President Trump, saw reason to believe that the associate, Carter Page, was acting as a Russian agent. But the reference to Mr. Rosenstein's actions in the memo, a much disputed document that paints the investigation into Russian election meddling as tainted from the start, indicates that Republicans may be moving to seize on his role as they seek to undermine the inquiry. So there is already a warrant to investigate Carter Page, who's part of the Trump campaign, because they're concerned he might be a Russian agent. They have good enough evidence that they got a warrant from a court, and they didn't do it without a warrant, which unfortunately happens all the time in America. They got a warrant, they did an investigation as they should. Rosenstein gets into office, even though he's appointed as part of the Trump government, says, well, they do have evidence that this guy's a Russian agent, and they already had a warrant. I'm going to continue that warrant to make sure that he is or is not a Russian agent, and we know because that's my job at the Justice Department. Republicans seize on that and go, aha! Again, aha what? Aha what? Do you have evidence that Carter Page is not a Russian agent? Nope, they don't have that evidence. Well, do you have evidence that this memo was written by the FBI about secret plots? Nope. Well, who wrote the memo? The Republicans wrote the memo. So what? So what? So some of your own guys wrote a memo saying they don't like Rod Rosenstein because he's doing his job. Wow, hashtag release the memo. Preposterous. Now, the reason the FBI claims they're concerned is because they think in doing so, they might reveal classified information and they won't show the FBI what's in the memo. The FBI is saying, well, look, if there's no classified information, then that's not an issue. Can we see it? They're like, oh, no way. We're not gonna show it to you. I mean, now the Republicans refuse to work with their own Justice Department. All of this is madness. Okay, so more from the New York Times. No information has publicly emerged that the Justice Department or the FBI did anything improper while seeking the surveillance warrant involving Mr. Page. That has not emerged because it does not exist. But right-wingers go, well, if you got a warrant on a Trump campaign official, by definition, it must have been wrong. Based on what evidence? Based on the fact that you're in love with Donald Trump. Okay, but that's not evidence. Okay, Mr. Trump is now again telling associates that he is frustrated with Mr. Rosenstein, according to one official familiar with the conversations. In other words, here we go. Just got rid of McCabe, earlier got rid of Comey. Now let's go get Rosenstein, who appointed Mueller, so then we can take out Mueller. Why? Because Trump knows that if you have a real investigation of him, you will find out all of his connections to the Russians. Now, some Trump followers and other knuckleheads in the country might not be convinced because they think, oh no, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? I can give you a laundry list of evidence, and I have done so throughout this last year, 12, 24, 36 pieces of public evidence that is exceedingly clear. Now, that doesn't mean you have a smoking gun. That doesn't mean you can convict him. That doesn't mean you can impeach him. That's why they're having an investigation, okay? But no, people say, no, the fact that he's trying to fire everyone during the investigation, that doesn't mean anything. Really? Okay, if you're a Republican and Obama's being investigated and he fires the FBI director investigating him, now he moves aside the deputy director that has supported him. Now talking about firing the deputy attorney general and has agitated publicly to fire the special counsel investigating him. If Obama had done all of that, or Clinton had done all of that, what do you think your reaction would be? Oh my God, we knew it, we knew it. He's the most corrupt guy there is in the world. Impeachment, impeachment, impeachment. Come on, it's super obvious. It's frustrating having these nonsense debates with people who are not honest actors. Okay, now we go to another part of this, which is another person involved with the Justice Department. They explained, but Stephen E. Boyd, an assistant attorney general, warned in a letter last week to the committee's chairman, Representative Devin Nunes of California, that it would be extraordinarily reckless to release a memo drawing on classified information without official review, and pleaded with the committee to consult the Justice Department. So that's an assistant attorney general doing his job, saying, hey, look, at least show us the memo, and if there's no classified information, have at it, Hoss. But we don't know if you're releasing classified information. Oh, I don't want to work with the Justice Department. You guys like to investigate us because maybe our leader did something terribly illegal. Money laundering. Anyway, according to Bloomberg, when Trump found out about Boyd saying that it would be reckless, he, quote, erupted in anger. Of course he did. He had somebody else blocking his attempts to block justice. So, again, explaining here the Justice Department's point of view, he said the department was unaware of any wrongdoing related to the FISA process, Boyd did. Now, one more piece of information here. The White House has made it clear to the Justice Department in recent days that it wants the Republican memo to be made public. In other words, we don't care if there's classified info in it. We erupt in anger if the FBI or the Justice Department suggests that it might. We just want you to release it so that we could use it to smear everyone else at the Justice Department. The guy's so obviously guilty. You're unbelievable if you think he's not guilty. No, innocent people fire every investigator that investigates them all the time, all the time. It's a common occurrence. Now, this whole thing about, hey, Carter Page and the surveillance, did Rosenstein dream this up even though he's part of the Trump government? Well, we've got Asha Rangappa, who's a former FBI special agent, explaining how that can't possibly be true. Watch.
This is exactly an example of how this memo is inaccurate and misleading. So, Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein actually doesn't have the authority to extend any kind of surveillance at all. The Department of Justice has to go into a FISA court and request an extension of any surveillance that's ongoing. Now, the Deputy Attorney General might sign off on allowing their attorneys to go into court to ask for it, but the ultimate decision on that would be made by a judge. And here's an important point, John. When there's surveillance on a U.S. person, the Department of Justice has to go in every 90 days and show the court that they are getting valuable foreign intelligence information in order for that surveillance to be extended. Now, the Carter Page surveillance began in September. Rosenstein came on board in March. That means that this FISA had already been extended before Rosenstein even came on the picture, and that a judge found that this surveillance was actually collecting valuable foreign intelligence information. So it was a valid FISA. There was a reason to have it in place. So this is the kind of thing where these details need to be explained. Otherwise, they completely misconstrue what was happening. And
they misconstrue it on purpose, obviously, because they're politically biased and hacks, the Republicans defending Donald Trump. So just so you're absolutely clear, they go to a FISA court and get a warrant, what you're actually supposed to do. Then in September is when they receive it. At some point it is renewed. So the court says, wow, you actually do have information on this guy. Keep investigating him because we think he might be a Russian agent. Then Rosenstein comes in March. They got the original one in September, it got renewed at one point. Then Rosenstein comes in at March as part of the Trump administration. And he says, well, all right, I guess you have good info on this. So I'm going to ask to extend the warrant again. And the court says you continue to have good enough information that Carter Page might be a Russian agent. So continue to investigate him. So that's the big crime of Rosenstein, according to the Republicans. Oh my God, he did his job and extended a warrant on a guy that the court thinks might be a Russian agent tied to our government. But they don't want him to do his job. They want to fire anyone who will do their job because they don't believe in the rule of law. All they care about is protecting their own teammate, Donald Trump, and they're willing to do anything and pretty much set our democracy on fire to accomplish their mission. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, home of the revolution. If you'd like to get a lot more than that, get the full show by becoming a member. tytnetwork.com/join.